Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel, The Truth Hurts. I'm Andrew the Love Doctor, and I specialize in breakups with catching people creeping, lying, and cheating in relationships. Today I'm going to be discussing red flag number 278, Survivor's Retribution. This video is dedicated to my dearly departed mother, who passed away 2 years ago today. Everything about narcissism is based on emotions. Recovery is based on dealing with those emotions, and everyone deals with their feelings in their own way. What works for others may not work for you, and vice versa. You have to determine what's best for you, and sometimes it's extreme. I utilize anger to deal with mine. Anger keeps you alive, like pain makes you feel alive. For narcissistic survivors, the biggest struggle is dealing with the loss and the loneliness. A narcissist trademark is taking away happiness in any fashion, form, or manner. I discussed this in red flag number 133, the shattered dreams with a narcissist. The bigger the dreams, the greater the disappointments. When disappointments become overwhelming, they become traumatizing. Since monsters are not sorry for the pain and loneliness they inflict, the best thing survivors desire is payback, revenge. I was going to utilize movie clips for clearer understanding, but it's against YouTube copyright infringements. So, we got to go by the words and think about it. Prime example number 1, Blade. A vampire killed his mother and made him the vampire he is. Blade said what many of us feel, and I quote, "I have spent my whole life looking for that thing that killed my mother and made me what I am. And every time I take one of those monsters out, I get a little piece of that life back. So don't you tell me anything about forgetting." When someone is traumatized, they don't forget, and it alters their nature. I explained this phenomenon in red flag number 287, Can a Narcissist Turn You into a Narcissist? A law-abiding citizen can become a cold-blooded vigilante. Prime example number 2, Charles Bronson, Death Wish. A street gang killed his wife, raped his daughter, and she went insane afterwards. Now he's lonely. When a person is distressed, they will suffer in silence and alter their lives to deal with the painful reality with retribution. Retribution, punishment inflicted on someone as vengeance for a wrongdoing. It is human nature to want to hurt someone that hurt you or doing the same thing that hurt you. How you hurt them will determine what kind of person you are. Prime example number 3, the Punisher. Narcissist slaughtered his entire family for stumbling upon an execution. Now he's lonely. Coping with the change, the Punisher, suffering in silence, altered his life with a mission to punish anyone with narcissistic behavior and make sure they don't get away scot-free. That's how he's dealing with his pain of loneliness, retribution. My mother's greatest wish in this world was to see me with someone that loves me. So when she went to sleep, she would feel comfortable knowing I had someone to bring me a glass of water when I needed it. My fury originates with Lilith telling my mother, "You don't have to worry about your son anymore, Miss Benjamin, because his son found someone that loves him." The biggest lie ever told since Jesus. Foreseeing this occurrence, my mother instilled within me from childhood, learn to be lonely. It's better to be alone than to be with someone who makes you feel alone. Lord, how I learned that proverb with red flag number 22, ghosting. In the beginning of the movie, On Christmas, Martin attempts suicide. If you never felt like him during this scene, you weren't with a narcissist. Get the hell off this channel. I don't have time for poses. This is a serious matter. Narcissist killed his wife, and he was never the same again. He is lonely. The most powerful force Martin had to deal with was the void created and the loneliness. Resentment stems from the void. Many people are cowards when it comes to loneliness. Thus, they get into another relationship to avoid being alone. When you are doing this, you are going through the motions and wasting time. If marriage isn't the goal, don't get into a relationship. What people hate most about relationships is starting all over again. Acting like a psychologist when meeting someone new. Psychology is a study of people's bullshit. You have to study a person before you decide to become serious with them. Also, stop letting someone's looks decide your fate. I showed you, Lilith is an attractive woman. However, she's not attractive to me anymore because I've seen how ugly she truly is. Whenever I see her face, I get disgusted. Beauty doesn't do that to you. In the Lethal Weapon movie, Martin dedicated his life to be a cop, catching monsters and making sure they don't get away. That's how he deals with his pain of loneliness. Retribution. Prime example number 5. Batman. Lego Batman movie. The Joker killed Batman's parents in front of him, making him an orphan. The only one that cares about him is his butler Alfred. Because of the loss of his family, Batman became a violent, crime-fighting vigilante. Batman altered his life from childhood with dedication of going after monsters. That's how he deals with his pain of loneliness. Retribution. In the Lego Batman movie, Batman speaks to his dearly departed parents' pictures, discussing his accomplishments, seeking approval. That's what I wanted to do with my mother today. I was so proud to tell her her son is the director of a world convention, making a difference in people's lives today, which would have been my greatest accomplishment next to being recognized as an unsung hero at Ground Zero. I can't do that now due to jealous, wicked, bad-minded bitches called monsters. Prime example number 6. Andrew Benjamin.
Not gonna do what I think.
Since I met you, I have always done everything I could to make you happy.
Really?
I have.
You have.
And with this symbol, I'm promising to do it for the rest of my life.
Oh my.
Now, I want you to follow instructions. I know how hard it is for a black woman to follow instructions.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
So, these are the instructions. I'm going to ask you a question. If it's yes, I want you to say, yes, damn it. If it's no, I want you to say, I'll think about it. Give me a chance, because I'm an old man right now. You know, I'm hitting 51.
You're hitting 51. Yeah, next month.
Candace,
Are you serious? I knew.
will you make... You see, this is her fault. She said 7. She's not a 7.
It'll go on.
Will you marry me?
Yes, damn it.
This is how you keep a black woman happy. With that being said, happy Valentine's Day.
Unknown to Andrew, he proposed to a monster who accepted his proposal while seeing another man. The monster's love was all a lie. Relocated Andrew half the country twice to deliver the greatest mindfuck of his existence, making his life a living hell with poisoned memories. Andrew has now altered his life and dedicated himself to exposing monsters to the world. That monsters do exist. And making sure they don't get away scot-free with the dirt they do. Andrew deals with his pain of loneliness with retribution. The Punisher said it best for us. Frank Castle is dead. He died with his family. In certain extreme situations, the law is inadequate. In order to shame its inadequacy, it is necessary to act outside the law. To pursue natural justice. This is not vengeance. Revenge is not a valid motive. It's an emotional response. No, not vengeance. Punishment. Unlike Blade, Bronson, Punisher, Martin, Batman, who kills people, Andrew seeks punishment by changing the laws to make narcissism a crime with the Lilith's Law bill. That's within the description of this video. Notice, Andrew's the only one of the 5 people mentioned implementing retribution non-violently. However, if I were given a license to kill like James Bond, I will go after all these monsters and slay them like the Vatican Inquisition of the vampires of the 1800s. The truth hurts.